So before I continue, I just want to hear from maybe one or two people. What's your plan for the new year? I'm sure we all have our plans already. You can just wish to share with us your plan. You can just raise up your hand. Maybe we just pick two, two to three people. What's your plan for the new year? What do you plan to do? And what do you plan to achieve and how do you wish to achieve it? Can I get ants? I expect a lot of ants up because I believe our diary must have been filled up with a lot of a lot of things. I'm still expecting ants up. Okay, I'm not getting ants. I'm gonna call names right now. I'm gonna call names. Okay, I have one hand up. Alright, so as okay, two hands. I still expect more hands anyway. I still expect more hands. Alright, so we'll go with Eric. Eric first. Thank you.
Okay, I'm happy we got another hand because I just wanted to break the ice.
Okay.
I'm sorry for the noise. I'm actually in the kitchen. I'm still on holiday mode.
Oh, that's
But
amazing. You are cooking. You are cooking. You
yes,
are cooking APIs.
I'm
All right.
cooking the spicy. I'm telling you. But speaking on this year, I didn't do any big New Year, New Me thing because I didn't want to be a hypocrite. So I'm just gonna say is more of the same um, things I've been doing, but with more consistency, more discipline, and for the question of what I've been doing, so that's building projects, building myself, my capacity, personal development, getting to be a better developer. I had a question which I'll throw also, which maybe at the end, but yeah, like I said, doing all I've been doing better and in a more structured way to just become the best version of myself, basically. And I guess the question is, I think I put it out on Twitter. It's like athletes do physio and like stuff off the field to get better. What is the equivalent of doing that as a developer? I don't know if that question is clear, but yeah,
Sorry,
anybody
please.
can
Can you
share
come
in the
again?
chat
Can you
and
come
see.
again? I didn't get that part.
Okay, so like athletes, I'm sorry, I can give an example with athletes. They do physio, like they go to the gym, they work out, they jog, and do all these things that help their performance, so that when they get on the field, they're sharper, they're more. Think of a Cristiano Ronaldo, for example. So my question is, as a developer, what is the equivalent of that? What makes you able to get more results, push more, write more codes, um, build more projects. Yeah, what keeps you focused and disciplined, basically. But yeah, that's for me. It's just doing the same thing better and more clinical to achieve more scalable results, basically.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for that. I got your observation and your question down. All right. So we'll move on to Daniel. Daniel.
All right. I hope you can hear me clearly.
Yes, you
Please,
can.
can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Okay.
can.
All right. So I would love to share my screen. Please, can you permit me to do that?
Sure. Go ahead.
All right. I actually took the time to make a document of how I would love to spend hopefully the first 30 days of the year. So I would love. Okay, let me share my screen, please. I don't know why. Okay, I'll have to share my entire screen. Please let me know when you start seeing my screen.
Yes, we can see it now.
All right, good. What about now? Can you see it now?
Yeah, we can see it now.
All right. So I actually made a document on how I would specialize more on the back end of web. So I made for 4 weeks here, and how I've structured the first week. As you can see, if you can see the screen, you will see that this, this here is for the first week for the the 1 to 3, and the stack here is really on yours. As I've had a basic knowledge of it, so I will start with the fundamentals of RESTful API and authentication or authorization. So fortunately, we've done some of that, and I will start building for this. So for each week, I have series of projects I would have to do, little ones, which would help me like understand more on each concept. The red the, the text here are the projects. The bullet points will beneath the red text here are the steps to take on making the project. You get so that has been these are my tasks, like the schedules I have for the next 1 month. After that, at the end, I would love to make a project which I call let me head over to the project itself. I, I call it a social platform project. Okay, so this would be like a social app. Let me let me not say social media app because the word social media has a lot of entanglements attached to it. So let me just call it social platform projects uh, at the moment. So I will hopefully start working on it. I've started the learning today. Okay, so this will be done in the next 4 weeks. Hopefully
All
by
right.
the end of. Thank you so much.
All right. That wow. That's great. That's great. That's great. Well done. I hope you keep true because the most important thing is keeping true. Yeah. Thank you. Augustine.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah. Sorry.
Good evening, guys.
Just before you continue, for those people that are just entering, we're talking about a review of the new year and what you wish to achieve and how you wish to achieve it. So that's what we're calling on um several people to come up with their plan to tell us about their plan and how they wish to achieve it. All right. Thank you, Augustine. You can go on.
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity to speak. Good evening, everybody. Um, I'm really grateful for this opportunity, somewhere to learn from you and with you guys. I mean, this couple of days has been really, really insightful. I mean, I've learned so much in a very short period of time. I'm not gonna lie. Um, as for this year, I already say to myself that this is the year I break out of Sakwa and take Rolly for me. Actually, I work in 9 to 5. It's not like the major motivation behind my going all out this year is not just because of actually because of supply though. I work in 9 to 5 and I really do not enjoy my job. Right?
Is it a software development related?
No. I'm a
Okay.
civil engineer.
Okay.
So I really do not enjoy the job. It's really, really hectic in Lagos and I mean I really do not enjoy it. So I've been wanting to smoothly transition. So this year, like I want to go bullish. I want to go all out on myself, double down my efforts. So I believe by the end of our specialization, I should be well versed in back end practices like this March. So Aside that too, I want to really, really push myself beyond the curriculum. I want to do like personal development, like that transcends just the curriculum. And also, I believe by the end of this year, I should be able to, break out, like transition to, God willing, I get a tech job, inshallah.
All right, that's massive. That's massive. God will help you, and you will put through. All right. Can we also hear from other people? What's the plan? What's the plan, and how do you wish to put through? Can we hear from Sherma? Sherma, can we hear from you? Oh, Sherma, it seems we can't hear you. Okay, we can't hear you at all. All right.
Good evening, everyone. Can you
Okay.
hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
As for me, no, I've been in programming since last year, but I've not been able to sail through it. So for this year, I wish to specialize in both front end and back end, that is being a full stack, and also test as an AI enthusiast. I wish to test different AI models in this year.
All right. That's cool. That's massive. Do you do front end currently, Abib?
Yes,
Do you do front end currently?
yeah, no, no. I started with back end
All right.
from Alex.
All right. Shoma,
Yes.
it seems you are back.
Okay, can you guys hear me now? Good evening.
Yes, we can hear you now. Good evening.
Okay, sorry, my laptop, I don't know why when I talk it doesn't go out. So I have to kind of switch to my phone.
Okay, I think you need to make.
Okay,
There should be a settings. Maybe your microphone is off.
okay, maybe I'll check that.
Mm.
Uh,
Sure, you will use
okay,
API for
my
that.
phone. Sorry?
You use API for that.
I should use API for that.
All right, good.
Okay, this year, my plans is still continuous learning, and then um, I'm not still well versed in back end because I kind of deferred my ALS and then went to do the intro first, which is more like the front end. So now that I'm coming back to ALS again to continue, that's why when I saw this group, I quickly joined so I can learn more. So, but right now I have other things I joined that will help me to be learning, like I'm doing Python, 100 days of code. I'm also doing that of JavaScript, just to be learning things on my own. And also with this group, I believe this year there is a lot for me. And also with ALS, coming back again to 70 hours. And it will be easier with work, but see what we can do. And I mean,
It's okay. Do you write JavaScript?
yes, I do, but not very well versed yet.
Okay, but you want to write both Python and JavaScript together?
Because my intro to SE, we did
Okay.
Python, we did JavaScript.
Okay.
So at least I have fundamental knowledge in here.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Do we have any other person that want to talk? Samuel Sunday, we love to hear from you. You're welcome.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have much to say. Since I've been listening to you guys since like everybody are talking about what they want to achieve this year. Well, for me, it's not that much, but this year I'm also committed to, I think, relentless learning. I just want to keep learning, mastering new programming language, embracing new methods and how to solve problems. Because the way to achieve a job in this particular field is not through lazy, lazy way. You have to put in hard work and continual growth and dedication. So I'm just ready to invest countless hours trying to build my skills, collaborate with my peers, and contribute to great projects that will challenge me. So I think that's the vision in front of me.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. All right. I just want to. Okay, Daniel, you want to say something?
Oh, please, I think you have a question in the chat. Please,
Okay.
by Ahmed. Thank you.
All right. Ahmed. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Sure. You can. But just make sure that you go through the documents, go through all the videos. I think we should have up to 6 videos now, if I'm right. Go through all the 6 videos. By the time you've gone through all the 6 videos, you must have been brought to speed on where we are currently. Yeah, sure, sure, sure. Go ahead with that. Um, we don't want to neglect anybody. We are not dropping anybody. Nobody is defiring here. Nobody is dropping out. But what we just want to make sure that every one of us will move on a fast pace. And of course, not everybody is going to move on a fast pace, but we encourage and try to motivate us all to move on a fast pace. Like, there's something I learned this year. I learned that there is nothing that we want to achieve that we can't achieve. There is nothing that we want to achieve that we can't achieve. I took up Flask framework in 2 weeks. I took up Flask framework in 2 weeks, and I've gone through from the beginning to the end. Like, start from writing the first hello world to creating, cooking APIs, business logics, and all those kind of things. But it takes pushing yourself. Fine, we have community, we have group, we have people. You have people that you can ask question. Yeah, like I sent some community links in the group. They are very very essential and are very very advantageous. Fine, you have people that you can ask, that you can look up to, that you can take your hands off, but that is not enough. It's not enough. It cannot be compared to yourself pushing yourself. It cannot be compared to yourself pushing yourself. And I believe that, when we talk about backend engineering, I believe that most of us here we have basic programming knowledge. So because we are not going to the basics, we are not going to variables, we are not going to if and else statements. Here we are, basically facing the intricacies of backend engineering. So nobody is going to take you by the hands to achieve what you want to achieve. Fine, some can do that. Groups like us can do that, but it will not be as if when you are pushing yourself. When you push yourself, you move faster. You move faster. That is why in ALS, I don't just I do my ALS tasks, but I don't just stay there. I don't just say, okay, that is all. That is everything about ALS. No, but I move. So some of us that were in our core 13 group, you must have been hearing, I've been shouting the Django Ninja, Django Ninja, Django Ninja, all those wise, all those times, because I actually wanted to, pick up something, and I come to realize that there is nothing that we want to achieve that we can't achieve. And moving from one framework to the other is not hard. But the first thing is that master one framework. You know, a lot of people, they will jump from this framework, they jump from this language to this language to this language. They try to, you know, they try to learn all the languages together. It will not help you, especially some languages that have, you know, much contrast. You know, we're talking about C language now and C sharp language. There are similarities in them. When we talk about even C and JavaScript, there are similarities in them. But when you now talk about JavaScript and Python, there are a lot of, you know, sharp contrast, you know, uh, difference, sharp difference. The same way you run for loop in C, that's the same way you run for loop in JavaScript, but that is not the same way you run for loop in Python. So if you master a language first, by the time you master a language, maybe JavaScript or maybe Python, then you move on to the framework. Master a framework first. I tell people that when you master a framework first, it's very easy for you to jump to another framework. It was Flask framework that I learned first in Python. But just after 3 weeks of learning Flask, I applied for a job, and the first task from the job, we were told to build a food blog website using Django. It was a Django job. I didn't get the job actually, but I think I progressed to the last level of the interview. It was in the last level of the interview that I was expecting appointment letter. One of my colleagues that we did the interview together got the job. So we were told to build a full blog app with Django, and I've never done Django before. I've only done Flask, but because I was grounded in Flask, I know Flask, I know everything, the intricacies of Flask. Speaking of Django was very easy because you talk about model in Flask, you talk about model in Django, you talk about URL, you talk about Ginger template, you talk about Ginger template. The same form, the same way you render template in Flask, that's the same way you render template in Django, and the same way you pass parameters into it. So when you master a framework very well, we should not be trying to jump from one framework to the other. When you try to jump from one framework to the other, fine, you might be able to catch up, but you will not move at the speed that you ought to move. And there are a lot of things that are very very essential, especially in this field. No employer will say they want to employ somebody that just do clone websites. When we talk about clone, I'm not saying clone website is not cool, but when we talk about clone websites, maybe there are things that you open YouTube on one tab, you open your VS Code on one tab, or maybe you even copy the maybe the YouTuber drop the GitHub link and just copy the code, and you were just following the code, and you were just typing as the code was. Fine, you can learn by that, but not just that. That is why we are taking our time to go to the basics, to go to what is database, how is it represented. We are taking our time to go to API specification. What does API means? So by the time you understand that, there is no framework that you want to do. Currently now, I told you that Flask was my first framework. I've built projects in Flask. I've built in Django. Currently, I'm even building a project in some couple of projects in Django now. And Express because I understand the basis of backend engineering. I understand the basis of authentication. I understand the basis of URL. I mean, ports, exposing the port of the server, and external clients will be able to access it. So by the time we take our time to understand the basics, and we involve ourselves in projects. You do not say that you want to take your time to learn everything before you work on project. Fine, you can do that, but it's better you pick up projects. You learn on the job. There are a lot of things that I learn during projects. there are a lot of things that I pulled off during projects. I was working on a client's work. If you want to, add up something to what I'm saying, you can just raise up your hand. So by the time I'm through with this phase and I see your hand up, I will just call on you. There was one project that I was working on for a client of recent. I just got a gig and I was working on it. He just told me the scope of the work and I saw the work. He has started the work. I just need to modify some things. It's a static website. That means everything was hard coded. It's a e-commerce website. Every product was hard coded. So I was supposed to challenge to make the site dynamic. That means I would transfer all the data from being hard coded to the database. So we now got to a time of payment integration. I even told him that, well, see, Shama, I've never integrated payment before. I don't know. Well, he now said, okay, leave that part, leave that part. But I took it upon myself. Payment. Is this something that is, do I need to go to 2 years school to learn how to integrate payments? I already understood API. I understood webhook. I understood, communication. I just went to the documentation, read the documentation, went to Stripe. Okay, you do this, integrate, add it. This is how you connect. This is how you send the data to the Stripe. This is how it, and just did that. And voila, we got it. So now, integrating payments in another project now will be very easy because I've already learned it in that particular project. So, and a lot of things, a lot of scenarios. So let's look up to be involved in project collaboration. If you don't search, you will not see. If we don't search, we will not see. Hook up, look for people that are working on projects. You can even offer to contribute free of charge. You meet a lot of people there. You okay, goodness, just few minutes. I'll give you now. So you meet a lot of people there and you roll together, you get sharpened. By the time you finish that project, you've learned stuffs. You've learned a lot. Alright, goodness.
All right, Samuel, thank you for the opportunity to speak.
Yeah.
And I think I must first thank you for doing this. I mean, shout out, Samuel. Oh, there are a lot of Samuel, so shout out the way. I am currently in a village, my village with my parents and family. So you guys celebrate me. Happy New Year to everybody. I see we are doing a lot of stuff. The reason I grabbed the mic first is Habib though, and why is because he said he started out with front end, with back end rather, and he's transitioning to front end. That interests me. Like he wants to be full stack. It's something that I'm interested in, and I think sometimes I even posted that. Okay, definitely I'll be transitioning to front end and stuff. So I wanted to like ask if you don't mind sharing what specific steps you are taking or you intend to take to make that happen. The second speaker to Chioma, she's back. All right, fine. So let her be. Then I'll talk with Chioma. Habib, I don't know. Did I get it wrong? I do you have? Can you get on the mic or something?
Yes. Okay. Sitting into front end. I mean that after after I'm stable with the back end and I've mastered some concepts on it, then I will start CSS, then proceed to JavaScript and integrate the knowledge of backend and frontend to build a full stack project. So, am I
That
clear like that?
that sounds fine. Is there any clear pointers that indicates that you have learned enough with backend, or is there a timeline or
Yeah.
something?
I have a timeline of 3 months, enough on backend. So
Okay.
that's the plan that after 3 months, which will be by January, March, by March or April, I have to have transited into
That's fine. That's fine. I think since we are here, I hopefully will be here by March. Maybe I can be your mentee, like learn a lot from you. Thank you for your sincerity, Habib, and
Okay.
trying to answer me. Yeah, Choma, you I think you are doing great, Choma. Like the dedication and all of it, like so it's great stuff, and it might be overwhelming. I think that this is the learning period, so you are doing just fine. It's good to get lost in all of the languages, at least for now. You are still doing air legs, and then you are still. Personally, when I did air legs, I was doing about three other boot camps, and I was also in school, so it was crazy. But then I think how it pays off is that you are enriched with a vast ocean of knowledge, and you stay dynamic, like you are fluid, if you get what I mean. But then, like I asked Habib, there should be a pointer, like a time when you niche down and like become a master with something, be known in just one thing. Yeah. Um, that's it from my own end, Samuel Agboye. And thank you for doing this. I enjoy speaking with you
All
guys.
right, thank you, goodness for that. Thank you. I really
Thank you very
appreciate.
much.
Yeah. All right. So just like we're saying, in addition to that, networking is very very important. See, a lot of us, we just write down New Year resolution, but we must understand that there are levels in which your own passion can carry you through. When you network, when you roll with other people, hmm, you will see you will get motivated also by their passion. Because personally, I've discovered that I look forward to meet new people, new group every time, because I learn a lot. I get to be exposed to a lot of um personalities, and I get the opportunity to also pass knowledge. I get the opportunity to also pass knowledge. I'll talk briefly on passing knowledge just after this. I get the opportunity to pass knowledge, to meet people, and I don't feel shy with that. I don't feel shy with that. So now let's come down to passing knowledge. Passing knowledge is very very essential. It's very very essential. Some of our people here that are in co-tribe, we have something we call co-tribe rescue team, and co-tribe rescue team really helped me a lot, because me personally, I love teaching, I love passing knowledge, because I believe that passing knowledge will make me understand better. There are a lot of concepts that I understand better when I teach it, when I direct, or when I or when I just guide someone. There's a kind of there's this particular topic, that's when we're doing test driven development in ALS. Test driven development task, I was just um I've not really touched it at all. I don't even know what it entails. I just know that there's something called TDD, and our leader in my cohort just say, okay, I'm going to take it this particular day, like 2 days to this time. I've not even checked it at all. I don't even know anything about it. But I just say, okay. All right, give me the slot. Give me the slot. Give me the slot. I'm going to teach it. Immediately I got that slot. I went to study. I went to study, make jottings, make notes, make a lot of things. And see, it was then that I understood better. By the time I started explaining, okay, till today, if I'm being woken up from the sleep, talk about TDD, I can I can talk about it tomorrow. So let's any opportunity that we have to be of help, any opportunity. Okay, Eric, I will give you my turn. Any opportunity that we have to be of help, to 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 share our knowledge, let's not be shy. We learn better. We learn, and it sticks more when we share knowledge with other people. Okay, Eric, over to you.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not trying to interrupt. I just wanted to plus one everything you're saying about sharing knowledge because I personally was on the rescue team for Agri 19, and everything you said is spot on because I think mine was Agri at that time, and they just said, okay, we need someone to take that topic, and it was still a bit hazy for me. But by the time I had to take it, there were some questions that people threw at me. I'd gone through materials and all, but while in that session, I made it like an interactive conversation, and I myself, I learned a lot more, and it really helped me by the time I was doing my simple shell project. A lot of you know like how you need AgV and AgC, and it was just weird to me that that little thing I did at that time paid off so much. I can talk about recursion and the rest. And another thing I'll add on top of that is assist people in terms of like debugging. Like a lot of people would send like challenges they have to the group. A lot of people will just, air it or not really take it seriously. Sometimes I go as far as like I'll say like send me a Google Meet link, let me see your screen and see what's going on. It's not for that person. I'm learning from that debugging process. In fact, sometimes I don't like doing it so much because if I get hooked with someone, it's now like it's my own problem. I must try and see the end of that thing. So yeah, assist people, speak to people. It definitely helps. A lot of times I literally drop. I've given up with the program because I have like a close knit group of like different cohorts. So we have people like from like, different cohorts, and we're all together speaking. I can always just say, "Oh, what's the issue with this?" And sometimes I don't necessarily, like for example, with this backend group, I don't necessarily say, "Oh, I have all the knowledge, so I want to be there," or I say, "Okay, this is the topic I'm on." I join other group calls. What are you guys talking about? I might not understand everything, but I'll pick up something that maybe somewhere down the line will help me. And yeah, so just to say yes, very much that has worked for me as well.
All right. Thank you so much for that input. Thank you so much for that input. Um, Lawrence, do you want to add to that? Do you wish to add to that? Okay. All right. So, um, just as we, just as we move on, as we move on in our learning process, we must know that we are not just learning just to get maybe some kind of certificate or so. We are learning to be grounded. Yeah. When you attend interviews, they are not going to ask you um what certificate do you have. Well, in other fields in tech, maybe like cybersecurity, although in maybe some other field they take certificate very essential. But yeah, you just want to know: do you really know what you are doing? Do you know, like, can you be confident in yourself? What have you done? What have you been involved in? So when you talk about, there was a particular interview that I attended and present. The interviewer just asked me that, okay, what was my last project? What was my last project about? I just told him that, okay, and it was when I was working in a medical app. Okay, I told him that, okay, he told me to give him two of my last projects. Okay, I told him that this is what I did, this is what I did, and he now asked me that, okay, in this particular part, what did you do? How did you achieve this? And I told him, okay, this I achieved it by this, I achieved it by this. Okay, he now said that, okay, assuming we want to build an app like this, like the one that you said you made, and we want to connect it in this way, how are we going to connect it? Or do something like that. The way I understood the question, because I was involved in that project. I really know what the project entails. I can explain every aspect of the project. So when we get ourselves involved in projects, we learn better. We learn better. So, um, meeting people, networking, involving in projects, and being active in communities. Being active in communities. That was the why I sent some community link into the group, and I'm sure that some of us have joined some of them. So check what people are doing. There are a lot of people in the group that they are working. They are not even in Nigeria. They are working in big companies, And the way they react to queries, people ask questions, debugging questions, the way they react, and if you know it, you can also, yeah, don't feel shy that maybe somebody is going to say what you said is wrong. If what you've said is wrong, somebody will correct you, fine. Do you understand now? So somebody correct you, fine. So as we move this year, let's be intentional. Let's be intentional. We have documents. We have documents. This is not the time for you to maybe say, how do I write minimal, okay, oh, our time is gone. I'm not sure we're going to extend this, but so that we'll all go back to our meat and food. So you go to docs, let's read docs, let's read documentation, let's use AI, let's use ChatGPT, let's use to study and understand. So by the time we do this, we progress faster. We progress faster. All right. So do we have any question? So that we can take the question as we. Okay, Augustine, you can go on.
Okay, there's this, how do I put it? It's like a norm now in tech, yeah. So I would like to know if DSEs are a must have to, every developer's arsenal to scale through interviews, or they are just some sort of hurdles that every developer has to cross, you know,
Okay,
to
okay,
actually
okay,
get jobs. Because I know devs, like good devs who don't even really know how to, you know, who don't really know much about the essays, like good developers.
okay. I think you had this question earlier in the first time. The thing is that you need to DSA is also very very important though. Don't say that maybe there are some people that don't know DSA. DSA is very important. Like some interviews that I've attended in the last 3 months, I solved DSA. See, there was one particular DSA that I even solved on Google Docs. Like Google Docs, the guy just gave. He said I should share my screen. I should open Google Docs. He sent me Google Docs. So he wrote the question inside the Google Docs. He sent me the Google Docs. He's seen my screen. He's seen the Google Docs. He said I should be coding. He told me to get the maximum sub array of a particular array that the longest form is equal to a particular target. Hey. So if you don't know DSC, there are a lot of things. DSC is very very important. And after solving that particular question, he told him that what's the time complexity. Okay, I will give you my. He told him that what's the time complexity. Okay, I said the time complexity is o n square. He said I should refactor. I should refactor it still on that code. I should refactor it to o n. I used two for loops, so it makes it to be o n square. So he told me to refactor it to be o n. I had to see how I will refactor it to use only one for loop. So this is very important. There was another DSA. Okay, that one even allowed me to use the IDE. But my VS Code, I have code completion. He told me not to use VS Code. I went to use Emacs. Emacs. I use Emacs. So when let's learn, this is very very important. I think I will share a new meeting if we are still on to continue the meeting. By the time this one is on, we'll just join the new meeting. So Daniel, let's hear from you, Daniel.
Yeah, I just want to like say a few things with what you said, please. Permit me to do that.
Okay, sure.
You from everything you said, you've seen most of it. Honestly, I would agree with that. Because let me say, for example, the last interview I did was at first the rule was to disable code completion on my VS Code. That was the first rule, and I think it has always been that most of us have been using this GitHub Copilot for a long time, which can equally make us a bit dependent
Lazy is the word you're looking for.
on it. Yeah, yeah, exactly. exactly. So now, the which might okay now for example, Mr. Samuel, when you are presented with the Google Docs to solve the code, if for example you've been using the uh, the Copilot for a very long time, and I'm sure you wouldn't have made much progress with as you did, and also time complexity in DSA is one of the toughest things to learn. But learning it, um, lead code lead code has a way it enforces the users to learn that time complexity, and I believe it has helped me. Uh, Learning it has helped.
Yeah, I think, is it just me?
No, I can't hear him too. No, not just you. I think he's gone.
Okay. Do you still have more time? I think you still have 10 minutes here. All right. Okay. I think we have some hands up. Goodness, I think your hand was up the other time.
Yeah, my hand is up. Obekene, like he wants to talk. Let him go first. So I'm cool.
Okay, Eric.
Thanks for that goodness. I just wanted to touch on a bit on like the DSA topic, and I think everything everyone said is spot on. DSAs are important. There's some conversations where people say it's a bit unfair to be doing all of that, but I think the underlying thing, yes, lead code helps you practice. The best way to be comfortable with DSA is to actually go through these topics. I recently, and I hope a lot of people have joined the community on like technical
We
interview
don't.
preparation, which would like be trying to go through a lot of that. But something I wanted to note is that a lot of times your thought process and what you're trying to do also kind of helps with this kind of problems. So a lot of times they're not particular. I mean, obviously the solutions are important, but you should be able to talk someone through like your thought process. Usually, it's even advisable to whiteboard and actually solve your problem first before you even try to write any code, depending on like the particular context of that interview. And what that does is like brings in the panel or the person that's interviewing you into like your approach, your problem solving approach. How are you breaking it down? What is your solution? And like Samuel's example now, how do you refactor it to like get better efficiency? Because at the end of the day, when we're talking about time complexity, we're basically just saying, okay, yes, this is a solution, but is it the most effective solution for the problem? So even though you might not be using, building like deep algorithms and stuff in your day-to-day work, they still need to know that you can think like a programmer and solve problems. So it's very important to walk them through. Don't just, you know, be quiet. And again, that's where the practice comes in and like the confidence and like, live coding, building in public is like you can talk through someone your thought process. If you're writing a code, why are you doing this? Why are you using a for loop versus a while loop? Why are you um you know why are you using this algorithm versus this one? Why is this one better for the data set you're working with? Is it like all those kind of things? Try and bring people into your head because they will not. You might have the best ideas, but they don't understand it. And then another tip I got is that um, solve and then refactor later. So try and think of like the best brute force solution to, again, going back to like whiteboarding first, solve the problem before you even try to write any code. Think of the first solution and then optimize later, and then say, okay, I believe this would work, but I think I can do this better. And then there are a lot of videos on like YouTube. If you follow me through, there's so many accounts where you could actually see people talking through their solutions and actually doing these technical interviews. It will help to build your confidence, and you can use stuff like Loom to actually record yourself going through this. These are a lot of what I'm going to be doing anyways this year, preparing in advance. So I just wanted to like so that because a lot of people tend to be scared when it comes to like data structures and algorithm. Let me be on lead code. But at the end of the day, it's just a way to understand like your problem solving ability. So I just thought to chip that in.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir.
So I don't know how much time we've got left. Well, I'll just try to chip this in pertaining to your question where I think he was saying that he knows a lot of programmers that are good in his own terms that are good and do not have practical knowledge of DSA. Um, so I think now the first thing is what do you define as good? And this question can only really be answered by you. That's the truth. Like you know yourself internally. Like personally, most of my stuff are kind of internal. It's just like I'm inspired by the Holy Spirit to do anything. Yes, it's like a stuff of 2024 to write down and set down smart goals and stuff like that. Maybe I'll do it or maybe I don't. I won't because my life is just good without him as well. So what I'm trying to drive at is that at the end of the day, you are the one that will have the answer to this. What do you mean or what do you see as good? It might be just having a lot of money, it might be working in a huge company, and it might be anything. Of course, I think the last, one of the few gigs I just got, I didn't have any interview at all. I wasn't interviewed. I was just told me, hey guy, are you free? Yes. Oh yeah, there is this role. Would you like to work on it? Yes. And boom, I got it. So, but the thing is, some other times, there's this interview I had. First, we had a call, blah blah blah. The next time, they gave me a task, take home task. I did it. We came back, live coding session. Abi? Yes. So it's crazy. Like there's no one way to do it all, and it all depends on what exactly you want to do, how good you want to become, what are the things you think will make you good? Like currently, I am studying while loops. I'm studying if and else statement. Somebody say it out loud. But that's what I think I need at this point in my life, like in my career. And I am not wrong. You cannot be wrong. If you think you don't need DSA, you don't need it. If you think you need DSA, you may need it. Like maybe this is how good you want to be. You want to be a software engineer at Google. Okay, what is a day in the life of a software engineer at Google? What does it look like? Okay, what do they deal with? Now, okay, you now see what they deal with. You try to acquire those skills. Okay, you want to get into Google. How do you get into Google? Do they need DSA? Like, what are their interview questions like? You can use those to prepare as guidelines. But in the end, really, I don't think it takes DSA for you to be good. Of course, it's a great practice. You can have DSA. It's good to have DSA as one of those skills you possess. Like, but you don't have to start there. People will be like, oh, you need to learn how to ride a bicycle first before a bike or before um, power bike or stuff. Mine was reversed. I learned the power bike first and then struggled and learned bicycle. Like, so, I mean, do anything you want. Start with driving an aeroplane before um, riding a wheelbarrow or something. I mean, it depends on just what your career looks like in your head, what you envision. Then you you strategically plan the steps you need to like get those things done. That's my opinion.
All right, all right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's amazing. Um, all right. Do we have any other thing? I think we should meet at the other side. I've dropped the link to the group. Let's just meet maybe for the next 15 minutes so that we can just round up and go. I'm going to call on some people that have not talked today. So if you not talk today, expect my call. So we can leave this now and move to the other side. I'm waiting for you there. Shoma, I think your hand is up. Okay, alright, you can.
Yeah. Okay. I wanted to add something that there was this interview I went for this December, and one of the first thing I was asked was to split the screen. I was given a laptop, then I was asked to split the screen so that they can be seeing what I'm doing, and I couldn't do it, and that was kind of my first task. So I just told them that I don't know how to.
Okay.
That's fun, Sha,
What
but
was the
then
what was the question on?
I was given a screen. Yeah, that was a Linux page. I was supposed to do something, open some files and all of that, and do one or two things, but the man needed me to split that screen so that he can be seeing what I'm doing in his own bigger screen. And I've not had that kind of thing before.
Okay,
I
You
told him,
didn't know
I don't
how
know how to do that.
to split your screen.
Yeah,
Okay, but do you know how to do that
so
now?
that someone else can be seeing it. No, I don't.
Are you on your laptop?
Though I'm still hoping. Sorry?
Are you on your laptop?
I, no, not yet. I didn't join again with my laptop. But I
Okay.
can join with my laptop now.
Okay. You can just click Windows with right button. Click
Uh-huh.
Windows and right button. It's going to split the current windows to the right. Then pick up the second window, Windows to the left. It's going to put that one at the left. Equal ratio.
Sorry. When I pick the Windows,
Click the Windows button.
I didn't get it.
Click the Windows
Okay.
button. Then
Mm.
arrow right on your keyboard.
Right. Okay.
Arrow right, like right arrow on your keyboard.
Okay.
So it will split it to the left. I mean to the right rather.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see my
Yeah.
screen? Can you see my screen now?
Yes, I'm seeing your screen.
For example, can you see my postman?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one is on the left now.
Mm.
And this VS code.
Okay, but how come? Yeah.
VS code is on the right now.
Okay.
So once you're on your system, you can practicalize it.
Yeah, but how do I make someone to see it on
That-
his own laptop?
That means you share your screen. Do you know how to share your screen?
That's when I'm using a meeting now, when I'm in kind of a Zoom meeting or something. But this is a physical interview.
Okay. Physical interview.
Yeah.
You should share it.
I should split the screen so that he can be seeing what I'm doing. Not for me to kind of split the screen now,
Ah.
but he wants to be seeing what I'm doing on his own screen. So I told him I don't know how to do that. So
Without internet. Without internet.
There is internet.
Okay.
There is internet.
Okay.
There is internet, but
Okay.
there is no kind of meeting as in using a Google or something.
Is that possible? Okay, Eric. Eric.
Hey, sorry, I put my hand up by mistake. Sorry,
Okay,
just on the phone.
okay.
Go ahead, sir.
But I'm not sure that one is possible. But I don't know if other people. Okay, Humphrey.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah.
I think that is only possible. You try to use a wired cable, like, for example, HDMI, and connect to the other screen. What it will do, whatever you do on your screen, it will be visible on the other screen. You can choose to extend the display. For example, when you have mini screens, you can extend the display so that they can what is happening on your screen is not what is happening on the other screen.
Okay.
If you connect it by default, using any other cable, like for example HDMI or VGA cable, it will automatically, it will duplicate your screen actually. What you do on your screen is visible on the other screen.
Okay, okay, okay. Shema, did you get that?
Are you saying that there must and she need a cable or something?
Yes, yes, like a cable connected to
Maybe I
your.
should have asked for a cable. Maybe they expected me to ask.
Yeah, something like that. What role was it for?
Is this aptech people? The role is kind of the person will be a faculty handling an aspect of their training.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, all right, it's okay. So thank you everyone. It was really a wonderful time today. I hope we got value. So, is there any question or addition or anything? Humphrey, I want you to talk on what we've been discussing.
Well, thank you. This year, my main objective is to go more on tech, on software engineering. I've been doing data science, but I still feel that I have more passion on software engineering. So I have a bit, a very basic understanding on Flask. But for me, my specialty is on Fast API. I think I've participated in some projects that are using Fast API, but I'm still in my beginning journey. So that's what my main aim is to understand in detail the backend part of using this Fast API thing.
All right, all right. Yeah, Fast API is also a wonderful framework. I want to use it in a project like that, so I also wish to work more on it. All right, thank you. John Ezekiel, let's hear from you. Okay, Joshua, let's hear from you.
I'm sorry, like I'm a little bit lost. What was the major topic of discussion? Because I joined late. I joined the other link late.
Okay, we're talking about what we how we wish to progress this year, what we wish to do this year, and how we want to achieve that.
Okay, so I think last year, maybe because I sat last year, I didn't really do much as I thought I would. Yeah. But actually, I'm coming from from front end actually. So, but because of ALX, I learned Python, I learned Django, DRF, and some other things personally. So yeah, I was talking to someone today, and he was telling me a lot of things that I feel like I don't even know. I don't even. It was just as if he was talking like was speaking in tongues. So he actually told me he's going to actually list some of all those things out so that I can actually start working on them. And instead of me working on like big projects at once, I should actually cut them into smaller chunks so that I should just work with these two. Maybe I can have or another big project I'm actually working with all those tools for. But actually, I should actually just create little projects like I just work with maybe like 1, 2 in this project. Then the next one also another two. Or I might actually be implementing them in maybe the bigger project. So he said with that I will also have a lot of other projects to actually write on. Maybe like I write so that then also I I also plan on like let's say should I say more of connecting and networking because I think that was one of the things that affected me last year like community not having a good community to to work with. So those are the major things. I'm probably prepare for interviews too. I don't really think that one is a big problem. So, but in general, in summary, like being a better programmer because like
guy I met, from what I just learned from him is that because this guy he has written Java, he knows Java, he knows C plus plus, he knows. Though he's studying computer science too, but he knows like he was just telling me that all these things are just tools. So I think he even got the offer recently with the company in, I think Atlanta or something like that. That and he's told me he just learned Go within 4 days. Maybe you know Go. So we actually learned from him that one should actually to be a better developer, one should actually understand how programming works itself, so that one can actually, like, maybe when one enters into any team or one needs to learn any new thing, one will actually, like, be able to switch easily. And he also told me that most most companies, they don't care about like your stack that much. So like when you're applying, even on CVs, I think I have to revamp my own too. Like that we write, I use maybe me like this where I was for front end, I use React to do this. Then most people don't care about that, they just care about what impact you made. Like okay, I optimized their what's name, their the API by maybe like 30%, sorry, to become faster by 30%. What's name, I handled the users of about clinical millions. So like all those kind of things are, I think, those things that people, all those people want to say. And so he now told me that okay, that's why we have interviews, so that doing interviews that they test your stack and some other stuff like that, but your CV and some other things, just for you to actually get through the door, so that they will just like for them to accept you into their company, meaning that you are valuable enough. It's not about your stack. He was telling me that anybody can just come now and just learn DRF. Anybody can just come now, and it's true. Just see anybody, anybody can just, because that was one of the things I was telling him. I was complaining to him that anybody can just come now and just learn React. Anybody can just come now and just within how many weeks you can just learn whatever you want. But like what will just set you apart is like what you can actually add, the values you can add. So my plan for this year is like join communities, probably even do some open source projects, and like contribute valuable things, so that I can actually be able to write it down. Okay, I did this for this, for this, for that. So I think that's my. That's my. That's all.
Mr. Zomo, your mic is muted.
Is the session over or what? Nobody's speaking.
Mr. Samuel, are you still there?
I think he rested somewhere. I don't know. Because someone texted.
So, can someone also try and enlighten us on some things?
What things in particular? That's very broad.
It is it's just about the tech industry, as Ogoye was saying. I think he's absent now or things like that. Maybe busy or network issue.
What I'll keep emphasizing generally is extend grace to yourself, right? A lot of times people, and I think it was Habib actually who, you had a timeline, said you wanted to do this in 3 months and everything. That's very amazing, you get. But also, give yourself grace because different people learn differently, and different everybody's context is different. So, for example, someone might be able to spend 10 hours a day. I'm just exaggerating, or maybe say 5 hours a day on a particular problem. But someone else has a family to take care of, or someone else needs to get their business sorted and the rest. So it will not really, it's not really the same concept. Like Julian always says, the only person that you should be better than is who you were yesterday. And I think someone also highlighted that you can't really lie to yourself. So as long as you know you are getting better, it's really not. I know it's difficult to say this because a lot of people want to land the job, a lot of people need to get out of the trenches and stuff. But at the end of the day, it's better to be properly baked before you find yourself in this situation and then you see that you're not really ready. So all these things we're saying, yes, it's amazing to set timelines and it's a new year, but still let yourself some people don't want to fail, some people don't want to make mistakes, some people don't want to ask for help, and all those things are not the best. Reach out. A network is to be leaned on. Like if you're struggling, it's not a lot of people post like 100 days of code and stuff, and you find that when they're not at their best, maybe they go quiet and stuff like that. But for me, I even post the days where I don't feel my best or like I'm struggling. Sometimes I say, "Oh, I don't know if this tech thing is for me." I think like it's very important to extend grace to yourself and to other people coming up, also knowing that we're all just on a journey. So I think maybe that's the only thing I can add to it. If someone else has something else to say.
Good evening, all.
Good evening.
Good
Okay.
evening. Good evening.
Yeah, what I have to say is, in as much as we are all setting goals for this new year, it's always good for us to set realistic goals because the tech world is a very vast space. So when you're setting goals, set goals just like Mr. Ogbe just said now. Is good for you to know yourself internally because the way everybody grasps things is very, very different. Someone can say, okay, I want to learn a particular programming language in the next 1 month, and with consistency and dedication, the person will achieve that. But not everybody can do that. So you need to know yourself. Like me, I would say I learned the hard way because I came into the programming space and I just got a job where the team we are working on a school management solution. Then I just came out of school and I was good paper wise, but in terms of practical wise, I haven't really done any programming then. But when I came, the stack they were using then was I think the LAMP stack, PHP. So I was they just dumped like 4 modules on my head to design school management solution, student information system, the finance module, the CBT aspect, and I started researching and implementing. That is why today I might not know a particular language, but I can research and implement. Some people might say that is not a good way to learn, but I think the tech space, we really have to know the basic. And what helped me is that I really know a lot of basics. So once a particular stack is dumped on me, I can always research and implement. So it's always good for us, like I said, to always set realistic goals for ourselves because it is not really easy. But I know with consistency and good community like this, we can push ahead. Because I know that I've been in a lot of communities, but when you have real projects that even involve money, and maybe you start, private chatting one or two persons, by the time you see the requirements, you see everybody starts running away. And you are now wondering, if I need community and we cannot solve actual projects, then what is the essence? So I just hope that this our community will be able to help ourselves
and we'll continue building. It is not wrong to ask questions. If you don't know anything, you keep asking. There are a lot of persons there that will be able to help out. That is just my 2 cents. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm sorry. I dropped out for a while. I just took only what Mr. Lawrence said. Yes, sir.
Can you
Yes.
again from my side because your voice is also my voice.
I think Lawrence, can you mute yourself? All right. I think it's coming from Lawrence's side. Yeah, Abib, you can go on.
Okay, it's clear now. Your voice is normal. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, you wanted to say something.
No, I wasn't saying.
Okay.
Not about the echo.
Okay. I think the echo was coming from Lawrence's side. It's okay. Yes, nobody should feel anyhow in asking question. No matter the question you want to ask, please feel free to ask. And ask in the group. I'm sure nobody will say contrary to that. We are all here to learn, and nobody is an island of knowledge. Even though we might not even though you did not get the direct response, at least can point you to where you can get answers to your to your request. So thank you so much. I really hope we are charged for the year, and it's not a 5 days charge and not a 2 days charge, but the charge that's going to carry us through the year. So I believe we're all going to build great products this year, and we are going to export products out of our countries. A lot of users, and both local users and international users. Just let's look forward to that. And also high paying gigs job, or as you want. So please, let's keep on grinding. Nobody's going to be your best motivator is yourself. Yeah. I tell myself, like, personally, I can't remember the last time I subscribed my TV. Like maybe January or February. Around March, the Go TV called me that why am I not subscribing? I said I'm not watching. The February, I only watched maybe 1 time or 2 times, and I said why should I keep on subscribing every month? Because I'm not saying watching TV is bad anyway, but me, I feel that it's going to while away my time. Like, seriously, the time that I need to work on projects, I need to do a lot of studies, and whiling away time, I come on social media, I interact, but I don't allow that to cloud me on what I want to do. So if you really know what you want, what you are chasing after, that you are not just don't copy your friends. Your friends can have like great uncles that might want to link them up to great companies. Your friends might have money, goodie, a lot of things, but you know what you are looking forward to. You know your eyes is in the Silicon Valley. You know your eyes is in Google. You know your eyes is in YouTube, or you want to make your own Twitter of tomorrow. So we need to keep on grinding, like every day. No time for slacking. When you sleep very well, sleep very well in the night, and do whatever thing that you need to do. Maybe you have a job or you have a school, and come back to the work. A lot of people, they say they try that they keep on. Even if you dedicate 30 minutes in a day on that particular stack that you've been learning for a while, you will have progressed even more than this. So, but when you don't allocate any time for it, like, you just want to be going like that and all those kind of things. So let's be determined that we want to get something out. Seriously. And that is the motivation that is pushing me, because I don't really want to be in the same stage that I am. There's something that really pained me 2 months ago. I got a particular offer, but do you know something? It was really funny. I after I've applied, did the first interview, progressed to the second interview. We've even made the negotiation. They told me that how much am I looking on to get. It's an on-site job anyway. So I told them this particular amount. They removed 50 there. That what about minus 50? After I thought about it, I said let's keep it at this amount. They said okay, fine. So, but because of some question that they asked me, that particular time they asked me about Docker. They asked me that have I used Docker before? And in ELT we've done Docker. I said I know about Docker, I know the theory, but I've not used Docker before. So later, 2 weeks, I didn't anything. I was expecting later. I was expecting information because, like, looking at the interview, I know I performed very well because all of the questions I answered and that kind of thing. So later I didn't hear, and I just reached out to the HR. The HR said, the CTO gave the job to another person, because of some things that they are using that I've not used before. Kai, that really challenged me. It really challenged me. And I said, Docker, I will conquer you. I went to YouTube. I downloaded videos. I bought a Mosh course on Docker. Now I've started shipping some of my projects in Docker. Next interview, nobody can say that I don't know Docker. All right, so let's keep on grinding. Let's keep on learning every day. Please, don't relax. Don't relax. Don't relax. Let's start now. That okay. By the end of this week, you want to progress. You want to become better in this particular scenario. Okay. Daniel, you go first. Then Lawrence. Then I think in the next 15 minutes we'll round up. Daniel.
I'm having a problem. I'm having a problem. Now, the issue I'm having is that I really wanted to learn Docker, and my problem is that my laptop doesn't allow virtualization.
Which OS?
My laptop. What?
Which OS are you using?
Okay. Windows 10.
It doesn't allow what?
Virtualization.
Visualization.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Windows does.
But I've checked the BIOS settings and stuff that I was asked to.
Okay.
This particular laptop that I have. Other
Yeah. Can you access the BIOS?
Yes. I've done all of that, but from the BIOS, I noticed that this particular laptop that I have doesn't allow.
Don't worry. God will provide laptop for you. See, I experienced the same thing. I have to do away with that laptop because how will I be using a system? I can't even run Git bash. I can't even do some things. It's just like I don't have any system. God just provided another laptop for me. I gave somebody that does not need that one. Don't worry, God will provide another laptop for you. Yeah. All right, Lawrence. No, WSL will not even work. That's it.
Yeah.
WSL will not work.
Yes. Yeah, correct. Because I tried the WSL because the virtualization is not enabled.
See, if you can, if you know, maybe your brother, if you can exchange the laptop with somebody, or maybe your brother or something. Do you understand? Because I feel that, having a system. What happened to my own was that I just bought the system. I discovered that the BIOS was even locked. Like it was locked from it's a US used system, like UK used. The BIOS was locked, so I can't even do any settings in the BIOS. So I have to do away with the system because I can't even use it to do anything. when I was doing my ALS that I have to use sandbox throughout. So okay, Lawrence. After Lawrence, Kyra to go. I think I saw your hand. All right, Lawrence.
Okay.
Your hand is up.
I said, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, I said mine is a question.
Okay.
Is it that they expect we software engineers to be jack of all trade? Because sometimes most of these technical interviews, I'm just okay. You go for an interview and probably maybe you tell them, okay, this is your stack, and they are telling you they have an existing project with probably another stack. Sometimes it's so confusing at times.
The something is that if the project, and that's why you should not if the job description is backend developer, when you apply and maybe you use Flask or you use Fast API, it's possible that they say that they are working on a Django project, and well, they're expecting you that if you know Flask, you should know Django. You can just tell them that you can try, but you've not worked on Django before, but you can pick it up because you are working on a similar framework. So just tell them what you can work on. Of course, they will not tell you that do you know React. Although I've been in an interview that I was being interviewed for the position of backend developer. The man was asking me that do I know React. I said I don't know React. Then I don't even know anything about React. It's even just now that I know little about React during my last project. I told him that I don't know React. Do I know Vue? I don't know Vue. So just tell them that you don't know, and the ones that maybe you know in just the peripheral part, tell them. You can just tell them as if you even know about it. But if they don't demand hands-on experience, by the time you get there, you meet colleagues there that will help you out. So that's just it. So expect to know things related to your like front end. Now front end, we expect to know API integration. There are a lot of front end guys that they don't even know how to integrate API. All their own is just to use Firebase. So they don't know how to integrate API. And there are some backend too. Backend, we are expected to know how to deploy too. Although our work is not really deployment, it's for DevOps. But after doing backend, what are you going to do? Are you going to put it on the table? No, you should deploy. So you should know something about Docker Compose, Docker, how to containerize your app and ship it. So some little things about AWS, S3 buckets, all those RDS and those kind of things. So I just expect to know all those things. So all right, Kayat. Kayat, we are with you. Your hand was up the other time.
Yeah. No. I later put it down. But though I wanted to suggest to the person that was on the Docker person. I don't know. Have you tried downloading, Docker desktop?
Yeah, I've done that, but during the installation phase, they required a virtual environment. You get so
Yes.
Yeah.
which was somehow connected to the visualization issue that I mentioned earlier. So
Yeah, you won't be able
it
to
didn't
do
work as well.
anything Docker.
Yeah.
You won't be able to do anything Git Bash, all those kind of things related.
No, Git Bash
Okay, Git Bash works.
works perfectly. Yeah,
Okay.
it
Is
works.
the PSL working?
What about WSL?
No. WSL doesn't work.
Oh, you won't be able to run the
Yeah.
Docker
But since you say you can gain access to your BIOS, maybe you are going to look for a good engineer that can
Yeah.
also help you to look at it.
So let me say what I've done. I've said for things like through a lot of resources, and they gave different directions, and one similarities with all the instructions I received was that first that I need to check if the device has such a
future. You get so it turns out that the result has been negative, which means that the device doesn't have
It's okay. It's okay. Maybe just look for an engineer that can help you to look at it, and also look out for a better laptop. That's why I now anybody that wants to buy laptop and tell me that check the BIOS, so can you access the BIOS? That was the first thing. That was the first thing I checked when I wanted to buy my laptop. All right.
But excuse me, please. I have this last idea in mind, like to install a Linux OS entirely.
Okay, you can try it out.
Alright.
Yeah, you can try it out.
I was just having that in mind.
Even currently, I use dual booting. I use Linux and Windows, but I don't go to my Windows. It's just Linux 24/7. All right, Shoma.
Alright.
Yeah, you can get this WSL.
You said WSL is not working.
Sorry?
WSL is not working for him.
It will work for him. If you do it via online, it won't work. Just get a technical person, because I had that challenge with my laptop. Mine too has the same issue of BIOS. It doesn't allow virtualization.
But
so I gave it to a technical person. The guy uses his.
But the fact is that. Can you
And something is that maybe is it possible for you to message Shoma and just see how maybe she can connect you with the technical person to help you out. So I think there should be a solution to that.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
All right, so we really appreciate every one of us in the meeting tonight. I believe we are charged already for the new year. So please, let's keep it burning, like really burning. So God will help us, and the Lord will grant us good health too. Good health, because good health is very essential. Somebody that is down in the hospital will not have time for API. We don't have time to cook API. So God will give us good health. So let us sleep very well and do exercise and eat right. And even when we are working, let's sit right because of our back and also our eyes. There are a lot of things. Our eyes, not just if you use the screen very well for a very long time, you can get this anti-glare glass to help you to disperse the ray of light, because it's very, very essential. And the way we eat too, eating, it's better you eat a little that is nutritious. It will help your brain. You'll be able to think faster and cook APIs faster. All right. So thank you so much. We've come to the end of our meeting tonight. Yes, I love APIs. API is my calling. I cook API morning, afternoon, and night. Even as we are dropping this call, I want to cook some APIs. So, alright, so thank you so much. Thank you, Augustine.
Congrats on the job.
Oh, thank you.
Greater heights.
Thank you.
And more wins.
Alright, thank you so much. I really
appreciate. Yeah, good night.
Alright, thank you, Augustine. Thank you, Shoma. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Yusuf, Habib. Thank you, Humphrey, John, Joshua, Kyra, Lawrence, Manitala. Thank you, Eric. Thank you. So, have a great day. Before you sleep, cook some APIs, okay? Alright. Thank you.